Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. We're gonna get back into my Amberlynn Reid content. We are back with the responding to Zachary and Michael and meal plan with me. Now, I'm not gonna be dumb enough to say, I hope that Amber is going to respond and apologize for what she said, because let's face it, it's Amber. We all know that's not gonna happen. If anything, she's gonna double down, victimize herself, and somehow make this entirely Zach's fault. So let's get into the video and see how much she victimizes herself, shall we?
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. I'm pretty sure today is January 11th. Is it? Hold on, let me go look. Hot damn diggity, it is January 11th. How is it already the 11th? I personally don't know.
I don't know what it is, but I hate Wisconsin-Lynn with a passion. I cannot wait until the feeder leaves so that way Amber can get rid of the fake mannerisms and ADHD that she has. Well, not has, but claimed.
Time is going by so fast, but anyways, here in the good Oklahoma, it has been snowing, and thankfully it did not snow today. It's still pretty cold, but we had some snow melt, which is a good thing. Okay, you guys, it is time to meal plan. Yes, your girl said meal plan. So I'm just gonna use the notes on my MacBook to do that.
So instead of using your book that you paid $70 for because you really needed the planner, you're going to use the laptop to plan?
So I am on the semaglutide, and I'm telling you, like, it takes away like that huge desire to order takeout. So I've been eating more at home.
Again, I like how Amber adds the word "the" to things that she uses to make it sound a little bit more important than it actually is. It's not the semaglutide, it's semaglutide. It's not the Amazon, it's Amazon. Like, the Amazon is different from Amazon, this, the website you shop on, Amber. It's like two different things.
I'm not trying to be unrealistically healthy. I'm simply just like eating at home, okay? So
yeah, I hate to break to you, sweetheart, but not a single person thought you were going to go from that to, like, Eugenia Cooney. That's never going to happen. Like, not a chance in hell.
Meal plan is going to go as such. So I am grocery shopping tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I'm simply just going to write down all the days of the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so on and so forth. So then I can just go through and decide that way.
He's going to bet that the diet plan is going to go out the window before even the diet goes. Like, Amber's not going to stick to a diet plan because she gets so bored and spontaneously wants to eat something then and now. Like, she'll get something in her head and it's like, oh, I want that. So a meal plan is never going to work for her. So
what I'm going to be meal planning is simply like what I want like my main meal to be that day, which is usually dinner. So Sunday tomorrow, I won't have to plan for that, thankfully, because I am having a little mother-daughter moment. So we're going to get some dinner together. I'm just going to put out with mom.
Something that I would be really interested in seeing is like a reaction channel having an interview with Mama Lynn, because there's no way in hell you don't know that your daughter is acting like this on the internet. Like, you would have to see to some degree that she would be doing these various things that are so bad, and you would have to have some sort of conversation with her. Like, you can't just be willfully ignorant of your daughter's actions at this point.
And then Monday, I'm craving tacos. I think I'm gonna do tacos for Monday and Tuesday. I'm not usually like a leftover girly, but some foods I can withstand the next day.
I think what she means to say is that she never really has leftovers because she eats everything in one sitting, so therefore she's not a leftover girly because she's a one-sitting girl. That being said, you have done videos in which you have justified you eating leftovers for several days afterwards from Thanksgiving, so I fail to see the argument or point you're trying to make.
So I definitely can withstand some like taco meat the next day, so I'll be fine with that.
This could be me overthinking it, but is this an actual like taco meat we're talking about, or is this like a lesbian double entendre?
I've also really been enjoying like soups. There's this like potato Mexican soup that I kind of made up. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. Maybe I can show you guys a recipe, but I'm telling you, so good.
I mean, usually when someone who is morbidly obese tells me this is some good food, I believe them. But like when it comes to Amber, I don't believe anything that woman says when it comes to taste, fashion, or food-wise.
And then Thursday, what do I want? Maybe Thursday we can do like a rice type of soup type situation. I have been really craving soups and just like warm foods, comforting foods.
Shit, I didn't know Foodie was in this video. Also, Amber, since you're making up schedules, how about you get Twinkie and your other cat, Wasabi, microchip before they disappear too?
So with both of the soups, I do like to use either like ground turkey or beef. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the beef between those 2 days. And then Friday, I like to go to bingo with my mom. So I'm just going to put bingo so I won't really have to plan for that day because usually we eat at bingo. Saturday is also really up in the air because I like to spend Saturdays with my mom. So I think for that day, I might just put spending it with mom. We did not spend today together because again, it's been cold and snowy. Like the other day, my mom couldn't even drive to work. So my stepdad had to drive her. Like it's just been kind of like hectic over here in Oklahoma, but we're all safe and sound.
I like how Amber is unaware that her life is unaffected by the snow. Yeah, she can't do a social visit, but that's it. Other people can't go to work or do things they typically do on a daily basis, but she's like, yeah, my life, it's basically just going on as normal.
So now that I have like my main meals planned, I want to just like make a store list of like, okay, what do I need for the tacos? What do I need for the soups and stuff like that? I have been snacking a lot on like chocolates and stuff. I need to find like a little bit better alternative. Like, girl, I love chocolate, but we need to like just be a little bit better. And then for my other meal, because obviously I'm not just having one meal a day, I'm really craving bagels. So I'm gonna need bagels. I'm gonna do cream cheese. And I kind of want to do the whole, you guys remember that thing I tried with the bacon and scallion? I kind of want to have that like on a bagel. Does that sound hectic? I don't know. So I'm going to be able to have that for multiple days in a row, actually, since there comes with like 6 bagels in one thing. So I'll be able to have that for 6 days. So that's going to work out.
So it's not really the quality of the food, it's the quantity of the food. She's going to cut it down so she lowers her calories. But at the same time, we all know it's only going to last for like a month or two. So let's just take bets and see how long it lasts.
But yeah, back to my chocolate alternative. What could I have instead on some days?
Church, because you need Jesus.
You know what? I'm just gonna Google. What are some healthy-ish snacks? Cottage cheese and fruit, nuts, fruit and yogurt, whole grain toast, fruit and veggie smoothie, whole grain crackers.
Communion wine.
Peanut butter and banana, pita and hummus. I want something sweet. So I'm going to say, what are some healthier snacks that are sweet? Chocolate chia pudding, trail mix. I do love trail mix. I can like make my own. Chocolate covered bananas, frozen grapes. I do love a frozen grape. Apple and almond butter, a smoothie. See, that's like healthy.
This girl's really complaining about healthy snacks being nearly 600 pounds. Maybe you need some more health and less heft in your life.
Trail mix does sound good, but again, I would probably just add like some chocolate, some nuts. Oh my gosh. I think I might do green apples and peanut butter. I love green apples and peanut butter because green apples are more sour compared to like regular red apples. Okay, so I meal planned. I'm excited. And then when I'm at the store, obviously, if I see some other things that I could have throughout the week, I'll just get it there. But this is like the stuff I need. Oh,
Yeah, this is not the stuff that you need, this is the stuff you want, so let's not go there.
and I need some stuff for around the house as well. I need some more Sprite Zero. Also want more Cherry Coke Zero. Oh my god, so good. I haven't had that in forever, I feel like. Pine Sol. Toilet paper. Dish soap, I do need more of that. Also dish sponges. I think that's it.
If she does a grocery haul, I'm willing to bet there's going to be a lot more snacks than she said there was going to be.
Okay guys, so I have gone back and forth whether I wanted to speak on this.
Here we go, Victim Lynn. Shit is about to go down.
I have sat with my thoughts and my feelings regarding it. I didn't want to just like spew nonsense. I really wanted to sit with it. And I've decided I think I should speak on it because it is kind of heavy on my mind, on my heart.
Well, at least body and soul are one for once.
So I have gotten a lot of support and backlash.
Girl, not even. If this is about the Zachary Michael situation, the only people that I see supporting you are soccer accounts. Not a chance in hell anyone is supporting you for the things that you say and do. And if somehow I did miss someone, well, they're probably just as shitty as you, so therefore their opinion doesn't matter anyway.
Regarding like what I said about Zachary Michael, there's a lot of people that think I should literally die and fall off the face of the planet for what I said about someone's mental health issues.
I can't say for sure 100% every single comment, but I don't think I've even seen any of the comments say anything like that. They all say they need to be held accountable for your actions or deplatformed, but they do not say that you need to die. So again, not 100% sure on that, but I checked almost every single comment in every one of her videos in which she has spoken bad about Zachary Michael, and not a single comment that I saw even hinted at her being unalived or no longer living, so we're not even going to go there.
And then there's the other side of people who are like, I applaud you for finally like sticking up for yourself after years and years of torment.
Oh my god, Amber, get over yourself. Being held accountable for your actions and being criticized is not torture. You choosing to watch what other people say about you is not torture. That is a choice that you make on a daily basis.
So I have received a lot of mixed feelings, and if you guys thought that I was not going to see the clip of someone actually like verbally abusing me, then y'all thought wrong.
If I'm not mistaken, I did watch a video and Zachary Michael did refer to her as a effing bitch, which, Amber, if you want to say that, you also called young dumb honey bun an effing bitch, so do you really get upset about you saying something that you said to someone else? Like, understandable, it is, you know, something to insult someone, but at the same time, you also refer to other people as that exact same thing, and much worse, so you are a walking hypocrite in that regard. And if I do remember, I'm pretty sure he also said that she was going to catch these hands, which, yes, technically that is a physical threat, but at the same time, he was being facetious. There was no physical threat or intent of physical threat. It's simply just a turn of phrase. And yes, what he said was a stupid quote in a heated moment, but at the same time, Amber, you have also threatened people too. Do you remember with you saying, oh, well, Crystal's going to get it? And you have also admitted that you have potentially put your hands on Crystal, on Casey, on potentially maybe even Wifey too, if what Alexis has said is true. So, like, you can't speak and say that you're a victim without also being an abuser yourself too. So, if what he said is abusive, then what you have also said and done is also abusive. So realistically, you have no real room to speak, so you can't really complain about him being abusive without you being a worse person than he is.
I did watch it, and I've also watched like another clip from Twitch, which I have never watched his Twitch before until I saw this clip. So I do feel like I need to speak up on this because it's kind of a lot, to be honest. And I really wish people would like separate like who the two people are and like biased opinions based around me and reaction channels and look at it as like person A and person B. Regardless, even though I feel like I'm standing in front of a bunch of like people who want to see me fail and who don't really care about what I have to say.
I mean, we don't have to want to or wish for you to fail. We just have to wait and see. It's gonna happen.
I'm standing here and I'm using my voice because as a woman and as someone here on YouTube who has constantly had to just fight and fight.
Oh my god, you are not going to try and use soft power, Amber, because as a woman, you have falsely accused someone of one of the worst crimes you can commit to another person. As a woman, you have falsely accused multiple people of SA. As a woman, you stole money from a cancer patient. As a woman, you tried to date someone 13 years younger than you who also has internalized homophobia and was not in the right mind to be dating someone. As a woman, you have mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially abused every single partner that you have had. So you can fuck right off with as a woman, because that is not going to flow with me.
Fight. I am not going to stop now. I feel like I have a lot to say, but I really just want to like dwindle it down into like short form. I said something about Zach, saying that like his mental health issues is the reason why he can't upload. But then the minute that I upload, he has a reaction. That is the only thing I have ever said about Zachary Michael's mental health.
Not to mention joking about the relationship after Zachary separated from their partner.
And to be honest, the years and years that he has spent on his channel mocking me, being insensitive to any issue that I have. I mean, he can sit here and say that he stands up for me for this and for that and for random things, but sure, that doesn't take away the fact that I have been mocked by him. That also includes my mental health.
So your mental health is important and it's something that should not be joked about. Meanwhile, you did the exact same thing, even though you were flat out lying, because he was also uploading videos, more videos, during that time in which he was going through a mental health crisis. Hypocrite.
We're not even gonna go to like the physical aspect of like making fun of the fact that it's hard for me in the past to like walk to a tree.
Again, hypocrite waddling. If you don't want that type of energy, don't give that energy out. You're in the comment section doing the exact same thing, and you have done that throughout your entire career, so don't cry about people shitting on you.
Or like every time he sees me walking in a video, literally you can see him subconsciously move his body in a waddling fashion. Like, we're not even gonna like include those things and multiple other things, like him joining in on AmberCon, literally hosted by one of the most fat phobic people there is.
It's a great point that Amber decided to bring up fat phobia because I actually have a screenshot that I saved specifically for this moment. So right here is a sock account that Amber currently has. This is called Amberlynn Stan. Yes, she misspelled her own name to pretend it is not actually Amber, which if you're a fan of Amber, you would know how to spell her name, but like Amber's not that big brain to figure it out. Here she is referring to someone as a big back, which is a common term used to insult someone for being overweight. And the second screenshot is me proving it is Amber because I reply to the person as Amber and she replies with I, meaning that it is not someone else, it is her.
But we're strictly going to go with like the mental health aspect because that is the reason why he decided to literally verbally abuse me in front of everyone.
Hey Amber, it's your fault. You decide to throw that energy out there and he decided to hit you with a full counter and double it right back.
And he's getting applauded for it. Listen, he says awful things about my mental health too. It might not be in the black and white way that I did it, but I am telling you, he does it frequently. So this might be like a very small example, but it's a recent example that is like an ongoing example. I have massive anxiety when it comes to like public speaking in person. So bingo, for instance, when I get a bingo, yelling bingo out loud gives me so much paralyzing anxiety that I literally can't do it. That is a mental illness. Anxiety is a mental illness.
I do understand that anxiety disorders do affect people differently depending on the individual, but their just anxiety disorders are so inconsistent that it makes me wonder whether or not they even have it. Like with Amber and Chantal, it's like things that most people would be worried about, even if they don't have an anxiety disorder, just anxious in general about, they're like, yeah, it doesn't really affect me all that much. But then things that are very irrational that most people wouldn't really care about is just like off the charts for them. So it doesn't make sense. It's very inconsistent and they don't really ever show it. It's more so just saying they have it.
That is something that I am suffering with. And he constantly makes fun of that. It's something that I'm embarrassed about. I'm ashamed about. Like, I wish that I could yell bingo like a normal person because to normal people, it's easy to do. For me, it's super hard.
Is that an anxiety thing or is that a self-hatred thing? Do you want to keep attention off of yourself or off of your body? That's kind of the thing that I'm interested in figuring out.
So in a recent vlog, I was like, you guys, I yelled bingo. Like, I'm so proud of myself because like I conquered that anxiety. He made fun of me. He made fun of my mental illness.
I can understand and agree with Amber. If Zachary Michael is making fun of Amber's mental health, then that energy can be returned back to them. That being said, you throwing a fit over him making a joke about you not being able to say bingo is not the same thing as someone making fun of your anxiety disorder. Yes, it's part of your disorder, but at the same time, it's very trivial you trying to villainize him for that, and you trying to compare that to you making fun of him losing a relationship and a dog, mind you. You lost a cat. You should be traumatized over the fact that you lost your cat and you're never going to be able to see her again. So you should be able to understand and be compassionate to him losing an animal, and yet you're comparing it to something as trivial as not being able to say bingo. Really? Also, are we supposed to pretend that you have not gone out for 11 years and have acted like a fool? People who have anxiety disorders don't do that. And you have done that for 11 years consistently on camera. And since I'm already here, let's ask this question. Why should we respect your anxiety when you didn't respect other people's anxieties? Disrespecting them by filming them without their permission, or even after they had told you multiple times they don't want to be filmed, you continue to film them shoving a camera in their face. How about the fact that you also filmed people in private or compromising positions such as Destiny on the toilet or in the shower for entertainment of others? You did those things and yet you expect other people to respect your anxiety? Get the hell out of here.
So another recent thing when it comes to my mental health is I expressed at length at the whole feederism topic and calling my girlfriend a feeder and saying that I'm a feedie, that I'm actively involved in that sort of relationship has been detrimental to not only my mental health, but to Tommy's as well.
Your girlfriend is a feeder. She engaged in that behavior with her partner. She made content with her partner for monetary gain. She is a feeder. If you're not a feedie, that's completely fine. I agree that people shouldn't be calling you one. But if you're going to date someone as a morbidly obese woman and then make content and then show that content to the feeder, people are going to assume. That is your fault for creating that behavior, Amber. You're the one that decided to be morbidly obese and then make that content for other people and then show that content to a woman who you are now dating who is a feeder, a known feeder. Don't cry about it. You're the one that created that label, and you're the one that now wears that label because you gave the perception of that label.
He knows this, and he continues in every single reaction says emotional support feeder. And he says, anytime that I'm eating, it's for Tommy. Anytime that I'm showing my body, it's for Tommy. He's continuing on a storyline that I wish would literally stop.
Well, then quit dating the feeder and then the storyline will stop. It's that simple. Get rid of the problem and people will stop pointing out the problem.
I wish it would stop for more than one reason. I wish it would stop because it's not true. And I wish it would stop because it's detrimental to Tommy's mental health and to my own. And he actively knows that and still continues to do it. He has zero regards to my feelings at all. I even flat out said multiple times that this whole subject causes my mental health to be worse than ever.
If the things that people say about you are such a detrimental thing, Amber, why aren't you removing the issue from your life that is causing the labels to be applied? Remove it from your life. Get rid of the girlfriend, find a new one. You have no emotional empathy anyway, so give it a week, you'll get over it, and you'll move on.
So that is just simply two small examples of what I mean. And like the big grand scheme of things, like this has been going on for years and I have taken it for years. Like I could have a whole list of things that he has either mocked me for, made fun of me for, judged me for, has been insensitive about, etc., that has been mental health related. But him and his audience has not gave a fuck.
Let's just say for the sake of the argument, you were not the person who threw the first stone at Zachary Michael. Let's just say that, Amber. Your pattern of behavior of treating everyone else badly gives you a negative perception because you are a bad person at the end of the day. You have done all of these things to all these people in your life. So people are going to see what you do, see the pattern of behavior, and treat you accordingly. You don't want that energy, you shouldn't have treated other people badly. It is completely on you that people see you as a bad person and then treat you as a bad person.
I'm not going to sit here and deny that what I said wasn't distasteful because it genuinely was. But I have been low-key made fun of his whole YouTube career. And it's so low-key that like he gets away with it. But even channels that are like high-key about it, they still get away with it too. Like a good example of that is like me calling Jordy pale. Like everyone was so mad about it, or like the fact that I said that he lives in his mom's basement, which I have no idea if that's a thing. People are like, well, it's a good thing that he lives with his mom and dad. I don't know if he does. But everyone had like every like great excuse under the sun for the reason why he lives in his mom's basement. But yet me getting into my mom's car because I don't drive is like a horrendous thing. But yet me living with girlfriends is like a horrendous thing because I can't live on my own and this and that. But it's like people will make excuses for these reaction channels while literally looking down upon me constantly.
Honestly, at this point, it's just the second verse, same as the first. You have a pattern of behavior, people criticize you, you criticize them, they criticize you, you criticize them. Over and over again, it is your fault because you put that energy out there and then you get that energy back. Not even going to debate it at this point.
Anyways, back to Zach. His response to me was like a misogynistic rant of nothing but like curse words and just, it was horrible. It was like verbally abusive.
I mean, if Zachary Michael is misogynistic for calling you a bitch, wouldn't that imply you're also misogynistic for saying the exact same thing to young dumb honey bun? And again, Amber, if what he did is abusive, then what you have also done is abusive, so you have no room to talk because at that point, you're both abusers. Congratulations, now you're equal to him. Which honestly, I don't think is abusive, I simply think it was just a poor time joke. That is it, nothing else. There was no ill intent behind it.
If I did that, which I have never done that, people would be like, oh, that's her true colors. There it is. But Zach is being rewarded for this, which is crazy to me. And I feel like it gets even worse than that. He literally went onto Twitch and brought violence into the mix. Whether he was joking or not, that is not okay to joke about. Truly makes me feel unsafe, and not in the way of like, oh, I firmly believe he's gonna come and like hurt me physically, but I no longer feel safe in this corner of the internet. Like this is my job and it was my passion. And it's truly just like being ripped from me day by day by day.
Then quit.
I should be allowed on the internet without feeling unsafe.
This is going to sound somewhat horrible, but the thing is, there is no law to say that you are allowed or have the right to feel safe. The internet is a public space and people are allowed to say what they want within reason. Now that being said, death threats or threats of violence is not something that anyone should do to other people, but you feeling safe or having a safe space is not a right. And yeah, it does suck, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You choose to have a public figure job, you have to deal with that, unfortunately.
Now, because I said one thing about his mental health, where literally in every single video, he has something to say about mine.
Because you opened the door. You're the one that opened that door, and now you're being flooded after everything that you have done. You do not criticize other people unless you want that energy back. That is how it is.
He now has made room to validate his insensitivities to my mental health, or just me as a person, as a full-ass person, as a human who is nuanced completely.
No, Amber, that was not Zachary, that was you. You opened that door. You turned the lock, you opened the handle. That is completely on you.
So now he gets to be insensitive in like an exaggerated manner instead of just the low-key manner that he has had this whole time during his career. This also just goes to show that no matter what I do, no matter what the reaction channels do, I will always be the villain and I will always be the bad guy. Zach's response to my one thing that I said about him, when he has said thousands and thousands and thousands of things about me that has hurt me, his response was abusive. It was cruel, it was mean, and I have to sit back and like deal with that because of thousands of people agree that that's the way he should have responded to me, when I have never responded to any reaction channel in that way.
Honestly, at this point, like, my eyes have almost rolled out of my head. Like, dude, you have done so many shitty things, and yet you can't comprehend that people are treating you that way because you have treated others that way. Like, that's all it comes down to. You get the energy that you put out. I'm gonna say it over and over again because it's true.
And if I did, people would have attacked me for a lifetime. I am truly sickened, and like, it has made me look at Zach in a completely different way. I constantly flip-flop with him, but I literally am sickened by this. This community has made it okay to attack one person and one person only, and to literally silence them. And the minute they say one thing that might be distasteful among the thousands of things the other person has said.
Amber, you are speaking right now. You are not silenced. You have a voice. You are speaking and posting videos. You are using your voice right now. You are not silenced. You are not a victim.
It immediately made me the bad guy and him the hero. I was simply stating one thing, while again, he states thousands and thousands and gets away with it constantly. Literally calls me a bitch, literally says fuck you, literally says he's gonna like use these hands or whatever, like insinuating violence, and everyone is okay with it. Like, it's not okay.
Again, the situation really comes down to who's worse, like someone who made a stupid quote or someone who potentially has followed through with at least 4 different domestic abuse situations. Like, which one's worse, Amber? The person who said he was going to do something with no intention behind it, or the person who potentially did it to 4 different people? I don't know. The 4th person obviously being Destiny because, you know, Code Red Mountain Dew situation.
He's going to rebuttal and he's going to say, well, you've done this and you've done that and you've done this, and not take accountability for his words. I know that's what's going to happen. I know that's going to be his response because he has done this long enough. He knows what his audience wants. I don't really know what else to say about it, but I do want to end this vlog. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
But you are a goddamn hypocrite. That is literally your go-to every single time. I'm either not going to speak about this, or well, they've done this, so therefore I'm justified. That is you 100%. If anything, he should probably pay you copyrights if he does do that, because you have copyrighted the shit out of that technique. That being said, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, and as always, I hope to see lovely people in the next one. Bye-bye.